Shedeur Sanders Browns jerseys flying off shelves after stellar preseason debut. Many questioned how former Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders fell all the way to the 5th round in the 2025 NFL Draft. Perhaps the most unlikely team stepped up eventually, as the Cleveland Browns selected Sanders with the number 144 overall pick back in April. The Browns had already selected Dillon Gabriel 2 rounds prior, which made the decision even more questionable. Fast forward to August, and the Browns have the most crowded quarterback room in the league with Sanders, Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Tyler Huntley, with Deshaun Watson on the outskirts. Sanders would get the start in their first preseason game last week, and he didn't disappoint. Sanders completed 61% of his passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Browns' dominating 30-10 win over the Panthers. Sanders' jersey had already been one of the most popular this offseason, but now everyone is going to want one following that performance. Fanatics is stocked with plenty of Sanders jerseys. Shedeur Sanders Cleveland Browns Nike 2025 NFL Draft Game Jersey Brown, $129.99, S3XL. Shedeur Sanders Cleveland Browns Nike 2025 NFL Draft Second Alternate Game Jersey White, $129.99, SM2XL 3XL. Shedeur Sanders Cleveland Browns Nike Team Vapor FUSE Limited Jersey Brown, $174.99, S2XL. Fans can get free shipping with code 29SHIP at checkout. Cleveland woke up buzzing. Not the kind of cautious optimism that comes with an off-season signing or a promising draft pick. This was the electric hum of a city sensing it had just witnessed the beginning of something. Shedeur Sanders had taken the field for his first preseason game in a Browns uniform and left the stadium with more than just a win. He left with a fan base hooked, a social media frenzy ignited, and a growing belief that maybe, just maybe, the next great quarterback chapter in Cleveland was already being written. By sunrise, the ripple effect was showing up in the most tangible way possible: merchandise. The jersey surge. On East 4th Street, just a short walk from Cleveland Browns Stadium, Dog Pound Pro Shop owner Nate Chambers had barely unlocked the door before the first customers rolled in. He'd ordered a modest shipment of Sanders jerseys a few weeks earlier. A safe bet, he thought, for curious fans wanting to rep the rookie. By 10:30 a.m., he was staring at 3 lonely size smalls hanging on the rack. It was like the LeBron back to Cleveland summer, Chambers said, still slightly dazed. People were buying 2 or 3 at a time. Home jerseys, away jerseys, custom-stitched, didn't matter. They just wanted Shedeur. From highlights to hashtags. It wasn't hard to see why demand exploded. In the span of 2 quarters against Carolina, Sanders had delivered the kind of tape NFL Network producers dream about. The sideline dart to Amari Cooper. The perfectly placed back-shoulder throw to David Bell. The 42-yard corner strike that seemed to hang in the air just long enough for fans to gasp before erupting. By the time the post-game press conference wrapped, the clips were everywhere. TikTok edits, Twitter GIF loops, Instagram reels scored to hip-hop beats. Every viral highlight carried the same caption: QB1 energy. The jersey sales followed almost instantly. The team store frenzy. Inside the Browns' official team shop at the stadium, Saturday morning felt like Black Friday. The line snaked past the register and wrapped into the memorabilia section, where fans passed the time debating Sanders' preseason stats like gospel. "I told my wife I'm just grabbing one for me," said 34-year-old fan Marcus Wright, cradling 3 jerseys like newborns. "Then my son saw the highlights. Then my nephew texted me. Now I'm that guy holding up the line." Store manager Danielle Rivers confirmed they'd tripled their weekend projections. "We had to call the warehouse to rush another shipment. We didn't expect this level of movement until at least mid-season," she said. "It's a good problem, but wow." Sanders reacts. When asked about the surge, Sanders seemed equal parts humbled and amused. "That's love," he said with a grin during a midweek practice interview. "But I always say, don't buy my jersey just for one game. Buy it because you believe in what's coming next." That humility only deepened the connection. Fans weren't just buying into a hot preseason stat line. They were buying into a mindset. The social media effect. Influencers and sports personalities jumped on the trend. TikTok creators filmed themselves rushing to local stores, adding captions like, "Had to secure mine before week 1." On Instagram, former players posted pictures of themselves holding Sanders jerseys, tagging him with messages of support. By Tuesday afternoon, the Browns' online store banner featured Sanders' image front and center, sandwiched between the words "back in stock" and "limited quantities." Comparisons to the past. Longtime Browns fans drew parallels to other sudden jersey frenzies. Johnny Manziel's rookie year, Odell Beckham Jr.'s trade arrival, even the brief but passionate Colt McCoy era. But this one felt different. Manziel was flash. OBJ was star power, said season ticket holder Rob Lattimore. This is about potential. Sanders looks like a guy who could actually lead us for years. That's why I bought two, one to wear, one to keep. An NFL marketing dream. The league's marketing arm wasted no time capitalizing. NFL Shop pushed targeted ads across social media with slow-motion clips of Sanders dropping back in his orange and brown, followed by the slogan, "The future is dog pound." It worked. By midweek, Sanders' jersey was the second bestseller across the league, trailing only Travis Kelce. An unprecedented feat for a rookie who hadn't yet played a regular season snap. A city hungry for a hero. Cleveland has always loved its grinders, its underdogs, its players who embody the city's resilience. In Sanders, fans see a quarterback who brings swagger without arrogance, who commands the huddle without alienating veterans, who can handle tough questions without letting his voice crack. It's why local radio callers gushed not just about his throws, but about the way he answered a skeptical reporter after the game. "They've been figuring me out my whole life. I'm still here." That line alone probably sold a few hundred jerseys. The next chapter. As the Browns prepare for their next preseason test, the buzz hasn't slowed. Sanders jerseys remain a hot commodity, with resale prices already climbing on eBay. Analysts are debating his place on the depth chart. And in living rooms across Ohio, parents are explaining to their kids why the guy they just watched on TV could be the one to finally bring stability to a position that's been anything but stable for decades. One kid in the team shop summed it up best while tugging at his mom's sleeve. "If I get it now, I'll have it before he wins the Super Bowl." Ambitious? Sure. But in Cleveland right now, after one dazzling preseason night, ambition is exactly what's flying off the shelves, stitched in orange and brown, with Sanders across the back.